Hello everyone, we the members of Group 9, Section B are going to present our work on Indian IT industry. The presentation comprises of three parts: introduction, corporate strategy of Infosys and Mindtree, and disruptions in IT industry. The IT industry comprises of four components. First, IT service management, which consists of client, server and web-based services. Second, IT-enabled services, which includes BPOs. Third, software products. And fourth, hardware. BPO began outsourcing started for goods since it reduced costs, but now services are also outsourced because of quality and efficiency. Indian IT industry contributes majorly to the GDP at around 8%, and annual revenue is generated of 180 billion US dollars, out of which 70% comes from exports. IT exports constitute of 45% of the total services exports from India. IT industry's contribution to the GDP increased rapidly post-liberalization in 1991. It contributed 7.7% in the financial year 2019. Cost competitiveness is its USP, being 5 times cheaper than the US. The IT industry can have 100% FDI and is ranked second in FDI inflows. This graph shows the contribution of Indian IT industry to the GDP of India post-liberalization and how it grew rapidly. Now, coming to business metrics of the overall industries, these are sales revenue, net profit margin, gross profit margin, sales growth rate, cost of customer acquisition, net promoter score, and employee happiness. Business metrics or KPI give a measure of the value that depict a company's progress. Business metrics specific to IT industry are utilization, time required to deliver, cost and revenue indicators, overall enterprise growth, user experience, customer satisfaction, customer experience, and overall factors. These are internal and customer focused. Now, coming to critical success factors of the IT industry, which are open communication lines, business requirement analysis, market position, profitability, diversification, financial policy, and liquidity. These can be detrimental for the success of an IT company. Now my colleague Charu will continue.
Thank you, Weber, for the brief analysis of the industry. Now, we look at the IT industry through PESTEL framework. So, firstly, coming to the political aspect of the framework, we see that political situation of the country has a very little impact on the IT industry. And this is to the extent that even the elections do not have much impact on the IT industry. Other than that, we see that in software development, different countries have different configurations, rules. So different rules are to be considered since the client demands are different as per their system requirements and the country requirements. Another aspect that we see in the political category is that major revenue of the IT industry comes from foreign countries, especially US, and any change in their government policies has a severe impact on our IT industry and its revenue and profitability as well. Also, in the recent times, Government of India has been giving a good boost to the IT industry through its various initiatives like Digital India, and also it has been promoting e-governance, which will have a positive impact on the IT industry. Now, coming to the economic aspect of the industry, India, with its low advantage and emergence of several private players, represents an important market. This is a boosting factor as it attracts investors as well as clients for our IT industry and IT companies. Other than that, we saw that changes in the real estate prices also have an impact on the IT industry because it changes the rental expenditure for the companies and thus impacting the IT industry's profits. Also, since as discussed that major revenue of IT industry comes from US and other countries, fluctuation in exchange rate can also influence the industry performance in terms of profitability. Other than that, we saw that IT sales, that is special economic zones, where which receive tax exemption for around 10 to 15 years in different slabs, also play an important role in the growth of the industry. Now, coming to the social aspects, the IT industry gives good quality of life to its employees and is less hazardous as compared to some other industries. So these factors attract a lot of employees to the industry. Also, India has a young population with median age less than 25 years, and thus it has very high unemployment rate, which makes it easier for the industry to hire talent pool at very low costs. Also now we see that schools have also started teaching coding, which will make Indian population better prepared to serve the growing IT industry. So it will be a boost for the industry. Now, coming to the technological aspects, we see that there is an increasing internet penetration in the industry, and also digitalization is coming in different fields. So this is giving opportunities to the IT industry as a whole. Also, new technological innovations like big data, automation, cloud computing are coming in, which can also become growth drivers for the industry in the long run as well as in the short run. Also, we see that one major issue with the IT industry is that the companies have to invest highly in R&D to come up with new technologies and innovations very frequently to keep up with the demand of the keep up with the demand as well as with the expectations of the economy. Now, coming to the legal aspects, firstly, let's discuss about IT Act 2008. So the IT industry is significantly regulated across the globe, and Indian government has strengthened its IT Act in 2008 to provide a sound legal environment for the companies to operate, operate, and also have a security of data in transmission as well as in storage. Also, we see that IT industries have been exempted from many labor laws like Industrial Employment Standing Order, which is which is applicable to other industries but not to IT and some of other industries as well. Other than that, IPR, that is intellectual property rights, are also provided for the foundation of software industry. The law offers different methods of shielding rights of ownership based on the type, like copyrights, patents, and trademarks, to name a few. Now, coming to the environmental factors, firstly, if we talk about e-waste piling up in landfills, upgrade and innovation in technology also leads to increase in e-waste, which is becoming a major environmental issue for the globe, and IT industry is contributing significantly to it. Other than that, carbon emissions and depleting of natural resources are other problems. A report from 2018 shows that IT industry contributes almost 1.5 to the global carbon emissions and 3.6% to the industry, to the global electricity, which depletes our natural resources and is also a cause of major concern.
We have learned about IT industry. Now let us look at two companies from that industry. First of all, we look at Mindtree. Mindtree is an Indian IT company which was founded in 1999 by 10 IT professionals, and it is headquartered in Bangalore, India and New Jersey, USA. It has annual revenue of 1.1 billion US dollars and employs more than 2190 employees. It deals mostly with e-commerce, mobile application, cloud computing, etc., and has 307 active clients and 43 offices in over 18 countries. The mission statement is, we engineer meaningful technological solutions to help businesses and societies flourish. The vision statement, Mindtree takes an agile, collaborative approach to create customized solutions across digital value chains. Now let us look at the strategies of Mindtree, which has helped it to, which have been the backbone on which the company has been able to generate exceptional results year after year and has been able to cater to so many of its clients. First of all, we'll look at its operational strategies. Operational strategies of Mindtree mostly deals with product design, layout, location, process design, inventory management, reliability management, maintenance, quality management, etc. The operational strategies are as follows. First of all, creating new revenue streams. This is done by serving more than 307 active clients and getting new clients while at the same time reducing the cost in day-to-day operations. Providing exceptional result to client is achieved. The company is exceptional when it comes to catering short-term and long-term requirements of its clients. Decision facilitators for IT investment helps increase both domestic and foreign investment and enhances the company's contribution to economic development of the nation. Catering to the requirement of different industry helps them in gaining experience from different industry and also provide their employees a very good exposure when it comes to handling the requirement of different customers. Its operational strategy not only drives their personal growth and development, but also helps in catering to the needs of vast and vivid clients from different industries. Now the HR training strategies like first, Mindtree supports their employees constantly when it comes to upgrading their skills, but also provide them a platform to showcase their skills by working on wide varieties of projects. Mindtree not only provides their employees to handle and execute their current role, but they also train and groom the employees for the roles and responsibilities that they are going to handle in future. Third, they help the employee by providing them supportive network of colleagues and mentors so that they can gain personal or professional assistance as and when required. Mindtree helps the employees to gain soft skills which are much needed to handle customer and excel in their respective jobs. These strategies help the employees to gain trust in the company, and this helps the company in long term. Now let us look at the 4 pillars of strategy of Mindtree. First of all, growth, which focuses on account mining, pursuing large deals, deepening domain expertise, etc. Second, we have non-linear revenue model. It helps strengthening fixed price projects. Third, customer centricity. It focuses on quality, domestic development centers, and operational excellence, which includes talent management, seamless global delivery, next generation delivery platform, etc. We have looked at Mindtree. Now I will invite my friend Manish to talk about Infosys.
Through the business strategy of Mindtree, I'm going to take you through the business strategy of Infosys. Infosys is a multinational company which is currently headquartered in Bangalore, India, and has a market capitalization of $46.52 billion. Infosys actually provides services in business consulting, information technology, and outsourcing services to its clients. Infosys strategy is mainly guided by its mission and vision statement. The mission statement of Infosys is to achieve our objective in an environment of fairness, honesty, and courtesy towards our client, employees, vendors, and society at large. The vision statement of Infosys is to be a globally respected corporation that provides best of the breed business solutions, leveraging technology delivered by best-in-class people. Infosys caters to its clients by providing custom-built software and also commands a premium margin on its product. Since the company provides premium margin products, they have built their image as an organization that strives on quality-driven products. Since Infosys has been expanding globally and hires local people to drive their growth, they have been establishing marketing and sales offices and are hiring people locally for the job. Infosys is in a big way investing in new service offering like consulting, process management, system integration, and infrastructure management. Infosys has been constantly investing in their brand by taking part in industry events, conferences, trade shows, recruiting efforts, community outreach programs, and investor relations. When we look at the strategic direction that the Infosys is taking, it is mainly guided by the 4 pillars. The 4 pillars are scale agile digital, energize the core, expand scaling, drive localization. In scale agile digital, Infosys is actually investing heavily in digital capabilities and priority services to cater to the requirements of their clients. While in energize the core, Infosys is infusing AI and automation into its services and is also leveraging NIA, which is an artificial intelligence and machine learning platform that helps the business streamline the data management and even helps them in streamlining other complex processes. In expand scaling, they are reskilling their employees so that they can cater to their company as well as their clients. In driving local forces is big on hiring the employees locally, provide them appropriate training and cater to the needs of the clients that are present there locally. So in this way, Infosys is driving their growth and is at the top of the IT firms, especially in India. Now, my friend are going to explain to you the disruptions that are being faced by the IT companies.
Now let us see the third part of our project, that is disruption. The meaning of the disruption is similar with the interruption and which has a slightly a negative meaning. But for the business use, the term disruption is used according to 1997, the book of the Krislin, The Innovator's Dilemma, where he introduced the idea of disruptive innovation. He used this phrase as a way to think about that successful company not just meeting the customer's current trend but anticipating their unstated or future need. His theory worked to explain how small companies with minimal resources were able to enter a market and displace the established system. In Chrysler's writing, the business disruption was a good thing. So now let us understand the process of the business disruption with an example. Initially, the market of the entertainment was acquired by a physical video rental stores and a cable connection. So they are slightly costlier and not accessible to everyone. So and this feature also does not include a storage facility in that program. So this was the need of the hour, and OTT platform understood that need and they provide a solution in which it have a storage facility, it has accessible everyone easily, and OTT options like Hulu and Pluto TV emerge as a low cost alternative to conventional subscription. So in short, the OTT platform find a new market and they attract a customer and disruption take place. So now what is a digital disruption? So digital disruption is a transformation that is caused by emerging digital technologies and business model. These innovative new technologies and models can impact the value of existing product and service offered in the industry. So we use the term disruption as the emergence of new digital product which disrupt the current market and cause the need for the re-evaluation. So now let us see the technological disruption in IT industry. So talking about embedded intelligence, the convergence of the Internet of Things, information analytics and the AI creates a new opportunities for the embedded intelligence, creating merchandise, robots, business applications and healthcare diagnostics smarter than ever before. Talking about the recreational fragmentation, the examples such as Netflix, Amazon, Prime Video, Disney Plus can still contribute to the rising of niche viewing audience and therefore the accelerate end of the cable TV. Now, information circulation. So, growing consideration of the Alexa, Siri, and alternative voice-based services listing in our lives, combined with a high-profile information breaches and the fear of election beer ballot tampering, can still drive a larger privacy laws and control over the personal information. So next one is a digital cash. The increase of digital wallet such as Apple Pay, Google Pay and the peer-to-peer payment in platforms like Venmo and Facebook's 2020 launch of its digital currency Libra can dramatically accelerate the utilization of the digital commerce between the people and across the business. Now Ankit, you can take over.
So next one is augmented reality. Is one in all the largest technological trend right away and is solely attending to get larger. As AR prepaid smartphones and alternative devices become a lot accessible around the world. Other thing is Internet of Things. The Internet of Things or IoT refer to billions of physical devices around the world that are currently connected to the net. all collection and sharing information due to the arrival of super cheap PC chips, also presence of wireless network, it is potential to show something from one thing as tiny as pill to one thing massive as then aircraft carrier into a region of the IoT. The creation of 3D object is achieved using additive process. In associate with additive method, associate object is made by laying down consecutive layers of fabric till the article is made. Every of those layers be by seen as tiny sliced crosswire of the article. You actually produce a thing from thin air. Next is Mindtree, the companies on which we have to research on, and first is Mindtree. Mindtree is no different. It is also growing in the environment in which disruption occurred and impacted the whole IT world badly. One would be surprised to know that they have expanded in a time when all others are trying to survive. They not only manage to mitigate the global crisis, but they also innovate breakthrough technology which are disruption other key players. So how they do that? The timely decisions making and inherited readiness ensure the smooth switchovers to remote working while ensuring the client deliverables were not impacted. What other things they implemented is war room, crisis management teams, and the future-driven policy, which help Mindtree to afloat in this uncertain world. As you can see from the graph, Mindtree in 2018, 2019, they grew tremendously. But in 2019 to 20, the growth is not that much, but they have expanded a lot. From 7,000 crores to 8,000 crores, they have expanded. Next company on our list is Infosys. It is a large segment company. What Infosys' big strength is their weakness in COVID-19. As lockdown happened, they baffled how to manage their large employee base. But they showed good management skills. They operate 85% employees from home and remaining 25% from their office. They mitigate the risk by keeping the productivity very high and providing clients their deliverables on time. Infosys know well that unless you don't work on the innovative technologies, you can't grow. So some technology which they are working on are Infosys NIA, data management, embedded intelligence. And you can see from the graph that Infosys has a steady growth. And in 2019 and 2020, even COVID do not stop them. They have the steady growth in 2019 and 2020 as well. Thank you. Then